evening, everybody, and welcome to the very first live edition of the Heterocromedia podcast. We got a special panel tonight as we continue our dive into the Hunger Games series. And how do I get this thing to turn off? I think I hit this, and I think it'll just stop playing like that. There we go. Here we all are. How's everybody tonight?
Quack.
I am utterly fantastic.
I'm feeling very stunning, very brave.
Stunning and brave.
Compelling series. The opposite.
Well, we read Catching Fire.
That was a thing.
It was
a thing.
It was a thing that happened, and let me tell you something. I thought I really liked this book. Upon reread, I don't know how to feel, and I am greatly horrified about what comes down the pipeline. But that's another book. We need to talk about what happened in part 2, because there is a lot of good, and there's a lot of not so good. But first, let's go.
Yeah.
What?
I have a hot take.
What?
I have a hot take. I think book 2 is better than book 1.
Fat fuck.
Oh, you think part 2 is better?
Book 2 is better than book 1. Suck my green swilly long. Anyway.
All right, why? Why do you
I agree and disagree.
I think the escalation of drama and I was worried that
Taking off the pressurized mask.
Yeah, there we go. I was worried that the element of the forced kind of relationship, the kind of continuation of the drama from book 1 was going to feel really like jammed in there and not authentic to the story. But to its credit, I think it made sense within that part made sense within the context. I thought the first half of the book really relies on that kind of drama and the fake it till you make it sensation going through that first half of the second book. And I thought that actually worked really, really well. But what do you guys think?
Well, me personally, I actually really liked the first half of the book, even though there were no games in sight. The second half of the book is where I started having more and more problems.
I always forget how little of the book actually takes place within the context of the games. Book 1 and 2
it's like
both caught
page
off.
285 before you actually get into the games.
That's probably my biggest gripe aside
Barely
from
100
the ending. The games themselves feel like a letdown compared to the previous book.
Really? Huh.
It's a letdown.
I mean, it was pretty short. It was too short. I do agree with that.
Yeah,
I like certain
Short.
3 days.
I like
Like,
certain
I like the
mechanics in it,
concept.
especially with we going into spoilers yet or not?
We have to, right?
Okay.
So if you're listening to this, well, welcome to the Heterocromedia podcast, and please go support all of our co-hosts tonight. Their links are in the description below, and also please go and buy Watcher the Damned. I do have RH Notes links down in the description as well. Let's just go into spoilers, because if you're listening to this, you've gone far enough down the rabbit hole. You're ready for them.
I actually really like the clockwork mechanics for the Hunger Games. That part was really cool. It
was a very clever mechanic. I thought it was great.
It's cool. It's cool, but you only have like 100 pages of the games. So
yes.
You don't even get to see half of it.
The problem is it's
like a quarter of it we know of the arena.
The problem is it feels like there's a not quite the same stakes as there was in the last book. In the last book, it really felt like it was every man for himself. This time, it felt like it was factoring in more to the revolution that was slowly building up.
Oh yeah, they're basically
Yeah,
buying
sure.
their time.
Yeah, and you kept on getting a hint that there was something beneath the surface because, spoilers, there is. In regards to that
really
as well.
Convoluted as well.
Yeah, and it's like there was some tensions but reading the book, even as I'm reading the book, I'm like, if this tension only exists because of Katniss. If she wasn't the way she was, there would be no tension within this small group dynamic. Because even first time reading it, I remember feeling like there's something else going on here, and I feel like Katniss is just out of the loop with it.
Christian, they're retarded. All right, I'm gonna break this down.
That's Panem.
Why
That's
not
the
tell
capital.
Katniss and Peeta so they know that they, she doesn't actually try to fucking kill the ones that are helping her. Also,
They should I'll say this: they should have told PETA and not have told Katniss. Katniss
no, they
is
should have told Katniss as well.
no, she's fucking. She can't control herself, man.
Yes, but
There's
if
a
she
reason you don't tell her.
knows-
They're gonna pick
she-
an icon for the revolution. They should have picked the person who's well spoken, mentally there. His name is Peter Malark.
Can
Yeah, but
manipulate
he-
the crowd. Yeah, maybe him.
Listen, he didn't put little tiny flowers on a dead black girl, okay?
I mean, he did do a painting of it.
Yeah.
Well,
This is true.
Here's the weird part about it.
Oh.
Around the end, the ending has a lot of truth bombs, not many of which I really liked. It seems like one of the recurring themes is Katniss has to be alive for the revolution to live. To which I say, not really.
Oh my god. Okay.
Harder.
Me and Redoubt went a little bit before stream talking about this. Katniss doesn't need to be alive.
She
the
doesn't.
rebellion is not going to fucking fail because.
In
she
fact,
died.
I would argue it would have been better if she wasn't, and for the
Hold on.
sake of the revolution.
Especially since we're not going to talk about book 3, but the main president from book 3 you'll meet, she would 100% want to have Katniss fucking killed.
Here's a small idea I had that would probably factor into the ending a lot better. Have PETA be the face of the revolution, but it's part of Haymitch's plans to have him killed, and he dies at the very end. I know why that wasn't done, but I think if this is the type of ending you're trying to go for with full-scale revolution, I think that would have worked a lot better.
I agree with that. Or maybe the opposite. They could have had Katniss be kind of a sacrificial lamb that way, be the
she'd
martyr that they wanted.
That would actually inspire
That's
the
true.
rebels.
I've been
You'd make
thinking.
it look like the Capitol did it out of fucking vengeance and shit.
And maybe it's just dumb luck that she somehow survives.
Okay, so let's step back a little bit. Out of the 3 books, based on what our recent reads and such, how would you guys rate this one?
Well, I haven't read the 3rd book yet,
read
but
I haven't reread it, but yeah.
out of the first book and this book, I don't know how to feel. It's like I would probably like the first book. I think I gave like a 6 or 7 out of 10. For me, this is about a 5, which is not how it started. When it started out, it was more like an 8 out of 10 for me. I was really enjoying it, but it was like the more plot holes that came up, especially with the ending note, I went, this kind of sours my opinion on it just a little bit.
I think the first half. I do agree. The first half is definitely stronger, but I like the idea for the gimmick for this set of games. I do like that. I do like some of the character interactions even during the games, like with pretty boy with a trident and the badass girl.
I also think I think Suzanne Collins does a better job with the pacing and her use of vocabulary this time around. You can tell
Alright.
she's really improved.
I want to give you an example of what it was like through a lot of this book.
No.
Oh God.
Pataya, her Aunt moaned. Oh, Pataya, Pataya, sweet Pataya. Oh, there. Pataya, there. That's where you belong. Make me a baby, Pataya, she screamed. Make me another sweet little baby, Pataya.
I know what this is from.
Pataya.
That's from the Game of Thrones audiobook with Roy
Yes, it's
Catrice,
from
and it's
Roy
one of the
Catrice.
funniest things I've ever heard in my entire
Yep.
life.
God, fucking George, he took you so long on wins and dreams
Also,
that he
hold
died.
on. Brian is right. Original story, the Japanese novel Battle Royale, is solid. It has some problems. I think it has the opposite problems of these books. In these books, there's not enough time spent within the games. In Battle Royale, there is too much time spent within the entire story takes place within the games essentially. But yeah, no, Battle Royale is the OG Hunger Games. It's very, very good. Oh, that
So
audio will never
anyways,
not make me laugh.
I don't actually. I'm about the same on I would say the first
Smoke.
50 pages from the first book and the second book. They're on the same level. I didn't really like it that much. Once you get past the tour, it gets better because it's trying to put into perspective the rebellion starting in different districts and then them cracking down on District 12.
I
All this
really
other
yeah.
shit. And
Well, it
then-
makes sense. I thought that really worked. That really made sense story wise. It's like
yeah,
when you're small enough to ignore in this kind of society, maybe that's a better thing, and really did a good job to illustrate that.
My favorite
True,
part of these
but-
books is the intrigue.
I don't like the fucking opening, the tour shit. The tour shit was boring. First of all, you only spend like little.
I'm like,
tiny
well,
scenes.
this is going to
I-
end horribly for everybody.
See, Billy Bob,
Why
I
are we going
disagree.
through
I
this?
think that's where this book is maybe at its strongest was during some of the tour, like the things leading up to the touring, and then the touring, and then the
Okay.
gut punch at the end to find out
I
you're
have a
going back into
weird
the
question.
games.
No,
because
no, no,
this
no,
is
no,
some-
no.
Hold
Oh,
on, hold on.
no.
Hold on. I have a question. So at the very opening, they're saying that and during the tour, every tribute typically shows off a skill that they acquired. And we see that Pita's skill is painting, which is
Painting.
alluded to in the previous because he had camouflaged himself. That's how he was able to survive. But what did he do for Katniss? Oh, her skill is clothing and making clothes, and they have Cinna just basically forge all this stuff, and it's like, see, I totally made
They're
this.
fucking
It's like,
grifting, yeah.
yeah, it's like, really? what the hell is this?
Who's gonna buy this? Also,
Yeah,
The capital.
yeah, the cat. That's actually a good point. I'm like, you're telling me that how did these people get here this fast? Like the people who supposedly conquered all the districts, they got to this level of like useless upper class crust bullshit this fast.
Apparently,
it's
that
happened,
also
but-
applies to their leaders because the Capitol is not playing very smart in this
Good point.
book.
Well, how else do you get a woman, Brian? How else do
I
you,
also wanna bring
other
it
than
back.
throwing rocks? It's the only way I know.
I want to bring it back, Christian. That is not where our book leads. The tour is only about 30, 40 pages. That's
Yeah,
the
it's not
tour.
super long. Yeah.
We don't get the reveal of them going into the games until like page 185 or some shit.
It's nearly halfway through the book.
Yeah. Then
It's an
that's when we
appropriate
get
amount. Like, because if that didn't happen, there's no story left. It's pretty much over, in my opinion.
I just didn't like
Unfortunately,
how
a lot of the
story
problems
was-
I have with the book come down to bad world building, nonsensical kind of structures of power,
You're-
and
Christian.
that. Just go ahead.
I just don't like how it's you waste time on this quote unquote tour that you're supposed to be doing. It's barely in the book. So it just comes off as fucking boring. You spend time in 2 districts.
I kind of wish that for the sequel there was kind of like a shakeup of how they were in the Hunger Games instead of them being just thrust back into it. Maybe Katniss and company are like trying to find some way to sabotage it from outside. I don't know. It just felt kind of like
that leads into what Heavensby's original plot apparently was. He's like, well, you were supposed to be a mentor, Katniss, but then President Snow decided to throw you in the arena, so plans changed.
I actually I think that's the only way this story would have been. I think that's the only way for this book to really exist, Otter. If she was just going to be like it could have been interesting, but I honestly don't think that Suzanne has the chops to write that story in a way that's as interesting as
the problem was that it felt like this book wanted to focus a lot more on the revolution, and the Hunger Games themselves almost felt like an obligation. It didn't really feel like it was actively adding to the story. It was there, but what was really interesting was happening underneath it.
Okay, I'm gonna also add something. They do not struggle in the Hunger Games at all in this book.
No.
Yeah, outside. They have moments, but not like the first one. Yeah,
Immediately
I
we're
agree.
like,
There's a
"Oh,
couple
man,
of
we
moments
need
where they're
water."
in danger.
We got this package already. It's got this spiral shit in it. All right, water's done.
I have my bow and arrow, and our most competent person has his trident already, like right away, no struggle.
Like
It's
back
like
and-
it felt like they could have just killed all of the other people right away.
Oh, they
to
could
me.
have.
Why did they leave? It makes no sense. Why did they leave?
I did like the idea that they were forming more alliances this time around. I really like that bit. That was a fun part to me. It's just, I don't know. Some of it felt like there were hidden allies when before that it was like okay, they're being kept in the dark in this, and potentially they could be killing allies if they're more than a bit reckless about this.
Oh yeah, no, I understand that.
Well, Katniss was already planning to kill the fucking
Like I like even
One
first
dude.
time reading it, like I'm like something is up, and Katniss is gonna f this up. I just know it.
Christian. Once again, this is why you tell Katniss, "Hey, man, we're gonna try to like get you out of there, you and Peeta."
It does
Instead
feel
of
weird
her-
that they told everybody else except for these two.
Right.
I know the explanation is, oh, Katniss can't lie to save her life, she's useless. And he's not wrong, but
That
she's
doesn't
not
mean
being
that everyone
questioned
else
about
in the games
escaping
is
on
better.
Revolution.
yeah.
It literally, okay, when they get there, she's literally already planning to kill Fenric, the fucking trident.
Finnick?
Finnick.
Yeah, Finnick.
Yeah,
She's already
fucking
planning
Fenric.
to fucking
What?
murder him.
I know, and I'm like, see, he like in my opinion, he is one of the better characters in the entire story. Like-
He's probably one of the
Culturally.
best characters, straight up.
Yeah, straight up.
If he's not
he
my
is-
favorite character, he's like second. He's like runner up.
Yeah, he's right up there.
I also
Honestly,
wanna mention-
Katniss is not one of my favorite characters.
hold on. I also want to mention the movies do improve this better because I think I rewatched them like a couple years ago. Having different POVs, that's what I also mentioned in the first book. I think this story needed also different POVs to have fun.
I do think she was a
But basically-
competent POV, but she is also a frustrated, like, because of her necessary flaws, she is a frustrating character to follow sometimes.
I mean,
Also,
I
she
get
needs-
why it's written in this kind of perspective. So there is intention behind kind of like keeping her in the dark. I mean, first and foremost, it's there for dramatic effect to have a cliffhanger of an ending to make
but
you
it's
want to
so
read in
stupid.
the third book. Problem
So-
is, it didn't serve the story the best way it could have, and it seems like it could have done a bit better with a third person perspective, but I don't know, man.
I'm not even talking about first or third. I actually would rather prefer this in third person than first person.
Well, if you're swapping perspectives, that's third person.
I'm talking about different POVs.
I've seen people do the switching POVs with first person. It's
That
very
is true.
hard.
That is true. My bad.
It's hard. You have to be very thoughtful about how you and when you do it first person, it means people are more likely to have a POV they don't like than in a third person
Yeah.
situation.
Usually
Oh.
more with first person, you're mostly sticking to one character. Mostly. That isn't
Yeah.
always the case, but more often than not, that's why the author is writing in first person. So especially for this series, it's specifically because it's from Katniss's point of view. But here the problem is she kind of has her dumbass moments, especially in this book.
Socially, it's about like she does not understand people at all, which
No.
is
Yeah,
her
no shit.
biggest,
She's
like one of her
uh,
biggest flaws.
She's like, Peter, he's a nice guy, but I don't really have feelings for him.
As soon as he
You know, I
starts
really
dying in
miss
the
him
arena,
sleeping
that's
beside
so
him.
hot.
She is like hardcore simping for him by the end of this book.
It is weird, isn't it? Yeah.
Gale is really just kind of a side character these first two books. He's just kind of there.
You know, kind of like the actor in his own relationships.
He's a fucking side character in this entire series, and then people want to be like, "No, she should end up with Gale, man." I'm like, Gale's a
Do you
fucking
think it was trying to go off of the love triangle BS
Yes.
off the success
Yes.
of Twilight? And it has to be, right? Because there's no point where I'm like, I don't know, yeah. But what I will say is, like, for like the Bachelorette like drama aspect, like the like real housewives kind of BS part of this show or the book, I think that is one of the stronger aspects of her writing, because it takes a lot for that to not be boring and like skull crushingly annoying to me. And for it to be compelling in this book, I think that's a pretty substantial feat.
I like the relationship that's developing between her and Peeta. It's just between her and Gale. There's not a whole lot to it.
He hunt good. I also
good.
hunt good.
We hunt
Good
good.
hunt.
He
We
also
go
did
live in
one time
forest.
whenever she
We're also
returned.
going to drag everybody with us into the forest. This is
With
totally
us,
unwell.
with us.
He's also a spaz when it comes to politics. Anytime you mention like the Capitol, he goes off into a spurg.
They
Hail,
make him
hail.
sound like the right wing conspiracy theorist of like.
He does.
Can they, if they ever,
They're putting chemicals in the water.
could we actually have Alex Jones as Gale? I would pay money for that.
They're turning us against each other. They never destroyed District 13.
All right, okay. Can we talk about how stupid the fucking capital is in this book?
Oh, the capital is.
It's
like
more pronounced in this story than in the first one.
They are devising their own destruction.
It's like they're not just they're fast tracking it. It's like the whole Jim Gaffigan, he's going to hell in 2 religions. He's practically sprinting there.
It's like, okay, there's this one chick who kind of fucked up the rules of our games because one of our rulers was being an idiot.
Yeah, one of our rulers.
Anyway, we put him in prison, and he definitely hung himself. Nothing.
They have this really big love story going on with their Hunger Games. Okay, the Capitol really fucking loves this story. They're citizens. They're fucking retarded. We're gonna allow them
to dictate the entire running of our nation.
Yeah, we're gonna allow them to both win the Hunger Games, and then at the end we're gonna be like, oh no, we're gonna piss off everyone and the Capitol citizens by saying, hey, one of y'all gotta die.
We're gonna do a half-ass measure both directions, and then try to make up for it later with authoritarianism.
And then whenever they decide to go out, like both of them themselves, and the Capitol decides to make a limp-dicked move and backtrack, they are pissed at them and basically want Katniss dealt with because she is the seeds of a revolution. So how do they do this? Have the next Hunger Games bring her back in just cuz, and have her be killed on public display, which will totally not make her a martyr. Especially after she's gone on her tour, and it seems like wherever she goes and speaks, she is rousing people into an uprising.
It would be a shame if any gesture she made towards any group of people on the tour caused immediate revolution. What a shame. Can you imagine?
What a shame.
Brian brings up a good point. No way they are the first teens to share an arena and want to bone in 75 years.
Thank you for bringing it up, Brian.
That is a very good point. They're teenagers and they're about to die. That feels like it would be a pretty common instinct.
Brian, it's not even just them that. You're telling me in 75 years of hunger, or 74 in this case, from the first book, not one people decided, hey, let's try to go for a star-crust lovers to get sponsors.
In my head, I imagined it had happened before, but not. It always broke down too fast to be effective.
Oh, they stabbed each other too quick.
Well, it's like, can we talk about the unsung hero of this fucking story? Like, the only reason that fucking Katniss has any public love whatsoever, fucking her fucking dresser, her stylist.
Oh,
Cinna. He's a really good fucking character too.
It's a mix between Cinna, Peeta, and Haymitch. They're the ones who basically make sure she survives.
These three, putting their brains together, are keeping this whole country from imploding immediately. Let that sink in.
It's like those images of like this giant mountain, and like there's 3 pillars, and it's just them, and she's just standing there.
A drunken tribute who survived on a whim. A son of a baker and a clothes designer. They are keeping this country from imploding immediately.
By the way,
I'm thinking of V for Vendetta. Our country is on the verge of desolation, and it just shows these 3.
I do love in the book that Katniss is like, yeah, we're gonna start a revolution in District 12, man. And then Haymitch is like,
no way, no how, couldn't happen.
Oh, and she also wants Peeta to be the. She actually acknowledges that Peeta would be the better leader.
Yeah,
speak.
All the readers are sitting there like, we know.
In one way I like it, but in another way I think it's kind of dumb. The decision on whether to run or rise up to be a revolutionary now hinges on which boy she picks.
No, she picks them both because she offered Gale to run off with her and Peeta.
Can
And
I
then
get
Gail
No. She's like, hey, we'll run off. He's like, okay, we have a lot of family, but we'll make it work. He's like, also Peter Heyman. She's like, fuck that.
Hold up.
Well,
Hold up.
it specifically, she knows that PETA will stay behind. Like he couldn't conceivably come with her as
What are you
much as
talking
Gail
about?
would.
She asked him afterwards, and he went, "All right." I'll do it."
Actually, Billy Bob, I'm changing my mind. It would have been better as with multiple POVs, and Brian McCoppin has the perfect version of it. The baker, the tailor, and the drunk is a far better. It's like all these three men, these bastions of masculine energy, fighting to keep this girl alive for when she is doing everything possible to make it like an impossible to win situation.
Also, I have to actually critique the fuck out of Suzanne on one thing.
What's that?
Hamish should be dead.
Oh, by how much he's drunk by now? How much?
How much he's been drinking straight, getting drunk for every day for.
He was
25
gonna
years.
drink wood alcohol, like
No.
straight up.
Here's the thing, Christian. When you become that fucking addicted, you cannot quit anymore.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like it makes me think. Compare this to someone like Alice Cooper, who mostly drank beer and admittedly also did like recreational drugs, and it took a few years before he was vomiting up blood.
Later. Yeah,
Well, he was vomiting up blood, like, and you're
I've
telling
done
me
that.
that
It's no joke, man.
yeah, and you're telling me that Haymitch has been drinking like white liquor for years on end, and he's still alive.
For
You
25
know,
years.
I know people like this. I knew a man, a father of my dad's buddy. He would wake up and drink about two to 2/3 or 3/4 of a fifth of vodka every single morning for like 26, 27 years. He should not have been alive. He did die, but like he was an old man by the time he got that bad. But he did that every day for like
So
I'm not
you're
talking
telling
about
me that
him.
Haymitch has the resilience of Ozzy Osbourne.
Some
Yes.
people do. I'm not saying it makes sense for most people. That's not the case, but
Christian,
He
but that's
mentions
not what I'm
finally preserved.
discussing. I'm not talking about him drinking constantly 25 years and his liver should be shut down by now. No. I'm specifically talking about when he went cold turkey. He'd be dead.
oh, that. Okay, sorry, I misunderstood you. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, after 25 years of
He
drinking.
quits
every
booze
day.
because Katniss is awesome.
Of course,
No, he doesn't.
He's the
No,
first
no.
female to ever female.
Peter decides to fucking dunk his fucking alcohol reserves because he wants to train.
Oh, and then he has the fucking nerve to call Katniss an alcoholic because she got drunk one time.
Yeah, one time.
Honestly,
She's
it's
like,
still one of my
It
favorite
was
parts of the
kind of hilarious to see PETA
Oh.
freak out so much over Katniss getting drunk once. I went, okay.
That
it's-
being said, if anyone would make a lifelong habit of drinking to excess, it could be her.
I mean,
Well, they weren't calling it morphine, by the way. They were calling them morphlings.
morphlings, yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
they're the pair from the District 6. They're
Just
Morphlings.
like your average person in Southern California.
Yeah. They are useless.
What happened to the dude one? I don't remember.
They
Bad
both
chick.
died badly and quickly.
Yeah, but I don't remember what happened to the chick. She sacrifices herself for
Yeah,
PETA.
she just comes flying out of the woodwork and throws herself like out of nowhere in front of the killer monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah, she throws herself into the fog because she wants
No, that's
No, that's the
No,
old
that's
woman.
not-
That's
Oh,
not.
okay.
The Morphlings die of their own stupidity, I think.
So-
they were
Morphling
never
ones
part
are
of the
ones
group.
that paint
There's
all the time.
one plot detail that feels like it gets resolved, but if you think about it after the ending, not really. Why everyone is protecting PETA?
This one time at
Because Katniss really kind of likes him. I don't know, man.
Because
Why-
up until that point, the theory is, oh, he's the face of the revolution. Then plot twist, no, she is.
Wait,
So
Oh, well,
why?
and also, what like the others were acting like they had to do this because to keep her part of the group, and they're kind of like, you could have just told her. I mean, I don't
Well,
understand.
I gotta quote this line because this sums up why we can't have Katniss be the rebel leader. Because Haymitch says, and I quote, "So you and a syringe against the Capitol. See, this is why we don't tell you our plans."
Oh,
I mean, that's
yeah,
kind of true. She is just
yeah. She wakes up and she thinks she's held captive by the Capitol and decides to go kill PETA. with a syringe.
Yes, because she wants him put out of his misery because she doesn't want him being tortured on.
By the way,
More or
once again,
less.
all of this could have been resolved by just telling Katniss, hey, you don't have to tell her about District 13. You just got to be like, we have a plan to get y'all out. These are the people you need to work with. That's all you have to tell her. That's it.
Or they also could have just told PETA. If they
No,
told
they
even
didn't.
one of them, it would have made a
Okay,
big
PETA's gonna tell
freaking
Katniss.
difference.
Peeta's going to tell Katniss.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, PETA is the simp of all simps. Honestly. Reading the series again, it's...
And if you're
Is
watching
he
the
the bigger
stream
simp
right
or is
now,
Katniss the bigger
you
simp?
can
They're
Katniss.
both
join in on
simping
the-
pretty hard.
Hey, I'm
Katniss is
still
in
a poll.
a simp in
There's-
denial.
If you didn't see the poll I've had put on this podcast,
What?
if you go into the chat, you can vote for the best boy of the book. You have the lovely quartet of Gail. Billy, say the line.
PETA.
There you go.
And Hey Mitch. And yeah, I think that maybe I guess maybe it was only 3. So you can vote who you think is the best boy. Oh, and Sin is in there too of this book.
It depends on what you mean best boy. Best boy for Katniss? I think she should die alone.
Hold up. Highlight.
No,
Yeah,
just
where's the
Brian
die
McCoppin's
alone
character of the
option?
four, to be
I want to
quite
pick
honest.
that.
Highlight Brian McCoppin's comment.
Oh, that's true. And also, go back to Herman's. You guys are basically summing every female-fronted YA book since... You know what the problem with that, Herman, is I think this is the cream of the crop in that kind of sphere. I think this is some of the best, like, female-led YA since
I'm
that
not
time.
gonna lie. I want to try and read something like The Fourth Wing just to
I
compare
want
it
to
to
read the
something
Fourth
like this.
Wing now.
Because I
Oh.
do think that The Hunger Games, on average, is written way better than The Fourth Wing.
So we're all going to be
Sign
reading
from
the Fourth
God,
Wing
Kahuna,
now.
that you were gifted that book.
I have both of them, you sex... Holy crap,
We
dude.
would have to do that in some time in like April or May.
We will have to read that book.
Okay.
I've
F it.
I've
Let's read it.
convinced
Let's just
myself
do
to
it.
read
Let's
it.
just do it. We'll do one part on one of your channels, one part on my channel. Let's do it.
Well, we're not
Oh.
reading both of them, you stupid fuck.
Oh, no. I own both. Let's read them.
No, because we got to finish Mockingjay at some point.
You got to get through that.
And that book,
Fine. You guys want YA, like female led, that's good. Skyward, Brandon Sanderson. I, as a man, love those books. All 3 of them. Haven't read the 4th one yet. They are really, really solid.
Yeah, you
And
haven't
they're
read
all
the fourth
different.
one yet.
And
So
they
you
are
haven't
still
read
YA. It still fits within the genre, but does what a story is supposed to fucking do. Ugh.
I'm very picky with YA, and this is the reason why. It's the contrived love triangles, all of the
It's
all of the
barely a
tropes.
love triangle.
Otter, you know how often we've joked about how often you and I agree about books.
Yeah,
Read Skyward. Just try
Okay.
the book one. Just try.
I still need to try out Sanderson's writing. It's been on my to-do list for a while now.
Goodness gracious.
Anyways,
Anyways,
Well, guess
stop
what?
flaming, Kay.
This bus has up to 10 seats, including the 4 of us here. And when we do Fourth Wing,
Anyone want to join us for that? Surely not
By
a
the
dumpster
way,
fire of a story.
how would
Wait, guys, I know something about the book, like a spoiler for that book too, that I couldn't believe was real when I heard it. So there's a girl
when
with
you read it,
electric.
you'll be able to tell us.
There's a girl with electric powers, and those powers get activated when things are of a certain sensual
Oh yeah,
nature.
you told us.
when she reaches a certain threshold of ecstasy, it goes off.
Yeah.
Don't make no sense.
No. Oh, and then my mom read the book and she says, "Oh, it's pretty good." I'm like,
Slap your mother in the face. You know what? It probably she thinks is good because it's actually for women. Let's be
and
honest.
my mom loves YA. It's her
Yeah.
preferred genre. It like touches on all the bad stuff without actually. Oh, yeah, I am saying
Ever
that.
since you got that book, I've been watching a lot of reviews for the Fourth Wing. Like most of the reviewers,
You just
for
have to
it
look at the people reviewing it. That's the key.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I've only seen like one or two guys reviewing it. The majority of people reviewing it are women, and
Yep.
even them are saying this book is cringe as fuck.
There's one I want to watch that I still haven't yet. It's like this guy's like, my wife and daughter love this book. Here's what I think, and obviously he fucking can't stand it. But
So
Also,
anyways,
you know.
Just find your mother like the mangas, whatever, the female centric mangas. There you go. Get her to read that. Get her away from the shitty ass YAs.
my mom
Here,
has such a wild,
recommend,
varied taste.
I can recommend another YA series I enjoyed infinitely more, and it is a love story. The Leviathan trilogy by Scott Westerfield. I like that
I've heard of it. Never
way
read it.
more.
why does that sound
It's like
familiar?
even like people
That
call
is
it middle grade, but like even Harry Potter in the later parts, there's all the elements of YA there, and I think those books are really fun to read. I still
Those
like
books are still really good.
Listen,
Yeah.
I like the
I
books.
remember these. Well,
but,
I don't really remember them, but I remember them existing. If that makes sense.
They're all
Uh,
anticlimactic, every one of them. They all
I
suck.
disagree, Billy Bob, and I'll take it. I'll fight
Okay,
you in the
okay,
underworld
hold
war.
up. You want to know how the final fight between Voldemort and Harry go? They all get in a circle.
I
like a
know.
fucking
I
school
read it.
circle. They walk around, they talk a bit, and then they shoot one spell, and then Voldemort falls over dead.
Yeah, it made sense in the Billy.
No,
I
it
swear to
didn't.
God.
It was over in like 2 paragraphs.
I know your
Harry
weakness,
says
you gay
activated
little
my
you
trap
gay little
card.
gremlin.
Stupid.
I'm gonna make a mirror system, and I'm gonna burn you anyway. You're wrong, Billy.
Anyways, back to Hunger
The
Games.
movie ending sucks dick through a straw. The book ending is good and it's proper. It's what it needed to be.
I'm talking specifically about the fights. The big main action of each book is absolute dog shit. I will argue with you all day and night over that. Now, if you want to talk about
He fought a freaking giant snake with a sword. What do you mean?
it ends in like 2 fucking paragraphs.
It's short, but it's.
Do you understand when you build?
I'm gonna punch you in the Okay.
Oh no! When you build up to the entire moment and it's literally fucking over in less.
What the hell is it? What am I looking at here?
I'm enjoying this argument so much.
Harry Potter has its formula, but it works and it's solid, man.
See, no. Here's the thing. I think I like the fucking books, dude. I like it. They're fucking mystery books disguised as action or whatever. But when it gets to every one of the books' endings, they are fucking shit. They have absolutely ass conclusions.
Bro. Okay.
I will fucking die on this hill because I read the books back in 2019.
I read every book. I've read. Okay. I'm in the middle of a read right now.
You know what? You need to fucking reread them.
So, which cross do you prefer, Billy Bob? The upright one or the upside down St. Peter's cross? Just let me know.
Anyways, back to Hunger Games.
Anyways,
I have to comment. Goddamn, the Capitol decide how do we suppress rebellions in the districts? We destroy our own infrastructure.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Exhibit A.
So
They decide
here's
to
the
close.
stitch on this.
Oh.
Here's the stitch. In District 8, they start rumbling or rebellion. They managed to during
Exhibit A for the
Katniss's fucking tour shit and all that, and her wedding and all that. They decide to at that night fucking start their revolution and take over District 8. They seceded and then they immediately got their ass bombed and attacked. And then they lost, and then I guess they tortured people to find out where the revolution started, and it started at this factory. So instead of dragging everyone out there and then fucking executing them or anything, let's blow the whole goddamn factory up.
Yeah, we don't need anything coming out of that district. Surely we don't.
Who needs a scalpel? when
Surely
you can
we're
use
not
a
already
jackhammer?
having production problems because of the,
But
all of the economic.
There's more. Because they decide when District 12 is showing signs of unruliness as well, they just shut the mines down for several weeks and lower
2
the
weeks.
value of their
These mines that are already understaffed.
By the way, They hold up. They fucking shut down the mines just because Gale had a turkey, and they whipped him.
Yeah.
Yes.
This man has a wild bird. Definitely couldn't have just landed in here. No way. No how.
And why would you shut down production? Why?
What are you worried they're all going to be getting turkeys out of the underground? What's your worry? You know what? You know what's good for a revolution? Hey guys, stop working. Just sit in your homes.
Also,
Quietly.
how dare you have food?
Oh, and also, District 12, you're not actually doing any revolution or rebellion. Here, let's make sure that we all have you fucking want to do a revolution by, I don't know, increasing your hours, cutting your fucking pay, and then letting you all starve.
And also cracking down more on a lot of
the illegal trade that keeps these people in line and allows them to survive.
To the point where it's kind of an unaccepted practice at that point. It's like the law enforcement that was there until that point just kind of turned a blind eye to it. They knew it was going on, but they're like, we're gonna just look the other way.
Also,
not
real
anymore.
quick, Stormcrow, sorry you're not feeling good, brother. God bless you. I'll pray for you, man. Sorry you're not feeling good, man. All right, continue.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to like stomp down the chances for a revolution. Oh yeah, that's the perfect way to do it.
Let's give him.
Don't make no sense.
Stupid. Like, here's the thing. I like the first two books. There's things I don't like about them, but I like them overall. But the world building is absolutely fucking retarded.
We can agree there's some really brilliant writing in both the first two books,
Yes.
and some good character work, pretty good dialogue, good action for the most part. World building has always been the primary, easy to point to reason for our criticism of the
She's
series.
a character writer first, a plot writer as a fairly close second. World building is way behind.
Her action is really good too. Not everybody, like some authors I really like, can't write action.
The first book excels, and the second book is where I'm starting to see big problems because the first book can hide its flaws and accentuate the positives. The positives, I can write great action. The main focus is getting into those Hunger Games and all this action and character drama ensuing. So all the world building where you can be like, that doesn't make sense. It's only the first 100 pages and you're in the game, and for the most part, you're good in the first book. The second book, now we're going out to see all the world and seeing the repercussions and seeing how these things don't add up.
Oh, hey, it's the dark-skinned people in the fields who sing. Wonder what's going on in their district.
No
allusions to history here.
Yeah, no allusions or allegories there whatsoever.
Thank you for bringing up district. What district was it? District 11?
Well, there's 3 different districts about agriculture, so...
Well, this the black girl.
It's like...
Anyways, when they get there, the fucking security is like out of the like insane. Like all the fences are up. They got towers on each part of the fence going around with guards, guns, and shit. All right.
Remember those flaming chain whips too? Yeah. Those. No.
Yeah.
Also, this is how stupid the Capitol is. Whenever she comes into District 11, she sees Rue's family and she's like, I feel really bad because Rue died. I had to actually bury her. You know what? I'm going to give you part of my food, I guess.
No. That wasn't Katniss. That was PETA.
Yeah, PETA came up with that. Katniss didn't think of it.
That was PETA. Okay. Well, still.
PETA did that, and then Katniss realized the one daughter was looking at her like, hey, bitch, need to say something. And then Katniss says something.
F's it all up. Yeah.
I think Cart's the fucking revolution.
Yeah, and the Capitol deals with it in quote-unquote the most sensible manner by opening fire, and supposedly, it's not directly stated, but supposedly going after Rue's family, which, if you're trying to make Katniss a martyr...
No. They didn't go after Rue's family. So what happened was there was a random black dude who decided to...
in District 11? No.
Yeah, decided to do like the song and then the fucking thing for her district for Rue. They decided to cut the thing short, take her out, and then drag his ass in front of everyone and blow his brains out.
It would be too bad if the people in the Capitol suddenly had some technical difficulties with the footage.
Yeah, they cut it out before that.
Most advanced civilizations. Oh, we're having some trouble here, guys. Sorry. We'll get that sorted out right away.
But here's what I was bringing out. They have all this defense for the food, which makes sense, you know? Why don't they have this in District 12, where the fucking main electricity and coal power comes from that supplies everything? And is
Also,
Well,
they
yeah.
have coal, but they aren't allowed to use the coal. They are allowed to use the oil.
Who needs questions? Who needs answers, right?
Also, how
Why
would
do we need oil? We have coal. It'd be a shame if we weren't
hey,
allowed
look,
to use
another
any of it.
traumatic nightmare from Katniss. Yeah, don't get tired of those.
No,
'cause
no,
those
let's
come
not.
up
Let's
every
take this
single
resource,
chapter.
this fuel, coal, and send it away, and then have someone else bring in oil for us.
also,
That makes logistically makes a lot of sense.
Oh, look, Katniss is thinking about Gale while secretly simping about PETA.
anyways.
Anyways,
Anyway,
But here's the thing. Here's something also she brings up. There's dust. There's coal dust everywhere. So how in the fucking 75 years is this place not burnt the fuck down from an accident?
oh well, they did say certain buildings had burned down to the ground before.
Yeah, but the entire district should burn down if like everywhere's got coal.
All the
power.
buildings are made of wood. Yeah, there'd be never seen that be a problem. Says the guy from Hawaii.
There's only 8,000 people.
They provided enough coal for the entire country, all the districts, and the
That
capital.
entire country, Christian, except in Texas, there's fucking oil fields.
Well, where I like in this world, I would not surprise me if they were using whale oil. With how the world building seems to work.
Yeah,
It's like District 8 is getting whale oil, and that's what they're burning in District 12. Not the coal that they have right there. Absolutely not.
I still love how the districts work. District 12, oh yeah, coal. Providing energy for the entire country. District 4, we're fishing. Apparently for an
fishing
entire
Out here on
country.
these parts.
Hold up, we got a district that supports livestock. We got a district that supports what was it, wheat?
Yeah, no, they
Okay,
have 3 that are agriculture. But
we
only
got
one of
three-
them.
hold up, we got 3 that are specifically towards food, and then we got one that's just agriculture.
Herman says the coal fuels the windmills and solar panels.
By the way, they also know nuclear energy because of District 13.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
they
yeah.
quote unquote destroyed them.
Yeah, they destroyed them and they won't. By the way, why are they scared to the film new footage? I don't remember. I think
Because they're still like it's a no-go zone. It's basically like this kind of agreement. It's like, hey, you don't F with us and we won't F with you, except District 13
but they
is
have
like,
little.
oh,
tiny
we're gonna
drones.
F with you.
But they have little tiny drones that can just fly over because they're underground.
Because they're lazy, man. I don't know. There's a lot of
Yeah.
reasons.
The capital, lazy, sure.
Where's Virginia? Man.
Also, do we find out in this book, or is it in the next book, where we find out that basically most of the enforcers of the capital rule and law in the army don't come from the capital? They actually come from like some of the districts. Am I wrong about that?
That might be book 3. I don't remember any of that. If I remember correctly, they all come from the capital.
No. A lot of them come from like districts 1 and 2.
Yeah, there's a lot pulled from the others, which you can learn more about this in the wondrous prequel, something snakes.
Something snakes.
We're
Just a
not reading
slithery
it,
little
by the way.
snake.
We're not reading that.
Why?
I'm not
It's
reading
the-
that book.
It's the best one.
Oh, fuck off.
Is there
SpongeBob.
is there a chance Redoubt that
Come
book was
on.
ghost written by someone?
The what?
The something snakes. Do you think it was ghost written by someone else, or do you think she
No.
actually wrote it?
She just
Truth be
wrote it.
told, I didn't read the book version. I've seen the movie. I've seen cliff notes of what happens in the book. But God, it's on autopilot. She wrote it, but it's on autopilot.
And remember
Which is
when
not
we
uncommon.
when we were on Wrangler's channel going over how we're pretty sure the cover is mostly AI.
Well, that's for the movie. That was the poster.
Yeah, the movie.
Christian,
Oh.
Christian, you remember Mockingjay? Are you really surprised if she could write shit?
But she can also write
What is
well.
Suzanne Collins done between Mockingjay
there. I
and
mean, this
Something
with
Something
from the
Snakes?
bottom out. There is good writing in this book.
This
There's
makes
good
me
stuff
want
here.
to read Mockingjay more and more. Just the more you guys talk about it, the more I'm like, okay, I want to see how bad this gets.
Oh, wait, Otter, you've never read it,
No, I have not.
Oh,
bro?
Okay.
You remember for like the first thing I talked to like I'm gonna freak out. Anyway, continue.
Okay, I have
Okay,
to
the first-
intervene. I checked Suzanne Collins' publication list, and this is how it goes. She did a series called The Underland Chronicles. Then she did the Hunger Games series, the last of which released in 2010. And then there's a book, Year of the Jungle, in 2013. And then there's nothing until 2020 with Something Snakes.
Something snacks.
But Otter, basically Mockingjay, the first half of it is propaganda and crying. And then like the
Lots
last
of
half is
crying.
everything else.
No, it's also movie and video production. They're trying to
Yes,
turn her into a
propaganda.
freaking YouTuber.
Propaganda.
Oh my god.
We're getting away from the book too.
This sounds incredible. I want to read it.
Oh.
Matter of fact, the
Deliverance
movies made me
process.
laugh when there was a part 1 and a part 2. Mockingjay.
I know they
We don't
copied
like
Harry
your
Potter
talk around here.
Oh God, fucking Deliverance. I've watched like the first movie. That one was really bad.
A game of snakes and ladders. Jeez. I love the hedge. He's always making comments that really need to be spoken.
You all
Yeah.
keep saying that there's good stuff in this book, but all we do is say how bad the awful stuff is.
Well, because it's real.
some of it's a
Fine. Let's read out.
It's
You're right.
lasting
Let's go around one
impression.
person at a time. Talk about one thing you really liked in this book. Starting with you.
Finnick is probably one of my favorite characters of the franchise. He's just awesome when he gets introduced. He subverts your expectations. You're thinking, okay, this is going to be another district douche that's basically going to scheme, basically turn against them. But no, he basically proves his will like very early in the game. That's like, no, you need to trust this guy. No, he knows what the hell's going on.
He's the opposite of other characters because
Yes.
most of the other characters, they seem cool or they seem one way and then they get worse the more you know them. With him, the more you know about him, the more you like him.
So what you're saying is you want his sugar cubes in your mouth.
Anyway, so Billy, your turn. Something you genuinely like about this book.
Okay, the same thing I liked in the first fucking book. When they get to the Capitol and they're doing the pre-game interviews and then training and all that shit.
Yes, the Caesar Flickerman segments. Truly a classic.
Listen, that's what I like from the first one, and I like this.
I like that part. I
They're
like that
great.
part too. And like it, I don't like that kind of thing in real life. So the fact that she wrote it well enough that I like it, that says a lot.
Well, I also like how it contradicts the first one where they're all like secretive, and this one they're all kind of like, I don't give a fuck anymore.
Well, it makes sense
all
in
of
that
you,
because
we're all
they all
going to
already know
die.
everything.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But here's the thing, it's like they all don't give a fuck, and they're like, this is stupid, and they just keep telling the Capitol, like, hey guys, this is kind of fucking retarded that we remain.
By the way, F off. Yeah.
Yeah, the fight again. And then you have the slutty character, Joanna.
And I feel that 'cause
I love
I don't
Joanna.
remember hardly anything I saw in the movie, and I went and saw it. I went and saw that movie, and I was supposed to talk about it and give it a review, and then I forgot all about it within 24 hours. Not even joking.
You forgot about it, but what you came away with was it wasn't the worst thing. The movie?
It wasn't the worst thing since sliced bread, but it's just so like.
No, what like in regards to the adaptation, the movies, the story of the third book told in 2 movies is the worst, but the way the filmmakers did a better job with each movie. First movie, bad. They censor every horrible action.
Oh yeah,
They like you don't see anything. Like they did the whole like shaky cam. Oh no, somebody is laying on the ground. They died, right? They did fix that a little bit in the second movie, and by the third and fourth movie, the filming was better, but the story was at its worst. So,
yeah, because they couldn't do gore and shit because it was it PG or PG-13 that movie?
I think it was
Probably PG-13.
Yeah,
That's my guess.
but yeah, they really the filmmaking got better as it went on, but obviously the story had its
Did
problems.
they cut the mutations from the movie?
It's not mutations, it's
They're just-
mutations.
they're
Yeah,
just-
mutations. Ooh.
They didn't, but it wasn't nearly as impactful as in the book. In the book, it's horrifying. It's awful.
Well, it's
And in the
because
movie,
they
it's
got-
like, oh, dogs.
And just like I said,
Anyway.
since we're talking about how the movies do improve, the original movie was directed by Gary Ross, but all the sequels were directed by Francis Lawrence. So
That
explains
makes
a little
sense.
bit. Yep.
Okay, because the first movie was the worst one by a long ways.
All right,
Brian
back
McCoppin says rated Peter and Gale 13.
Anyways, Christian,
Anyways,
your favorite.
I think the continuation of the drama and the interpersonal dynamics that Katniss was trying to face in the story. Yeah, like she was under a lot of pressure, and a lot of that especially in the earlier part of the book, a lot of that made a lot of sense. I thought that was actually really well done in this book.
Katniss is officially endorsed by PETA.
Christian, okay, the only thing I'm gonna disagree is they needed to cut the Gale stuff. Like I'm fine with her.
I don't like it, but for her character's stupid, and so it makes sense for her character.
Gale is also a doormat.
Yes, yeah, he's useless.
True.
Well, he's really like in the mines constantly in the entire book.
Yeah, she thinks about him more than he appears in the books. Do you guys notice that?
Yes.
No, I've noticed it too.
And it's like that in the third book as well.
Oh God, what does he do? If that's
he
the case
actually,
in the third book,
he actually does do things in the book 3, but not nearly as much as she thinks about him doing things.
So a lot of what he does is off screen.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh God.
I'm not going to spoil book 3. You just have to. Otter, it's an experience.
Oh, I can't wait until he reads it and he goes, Jesus fuck. Oh my God, he cannot wait until he gets to the closet scene, Christian.
Oh crap.
It's actually the dumbest fucking scene in the book.
Okay, well, I'm really looking forward to this bullshit now.
Anyway,
What I missed? Sorry.
Not Christian, Otter, your favorite part.
Strangely enough, my favorite part was where Katniss learned that she was going to be back in the Hunger Games, and so she decides to have a full night drinking with Haymitch. I don't know why. I really enjoyed that scene.
Well, that's after she runs like a maniac.
It's a great
for the
scene, man.
forest.
Hold up, you're missing the biggest part of that. She freaks the fuck out, runs out, breaks into another Victor's house,
Yes.
cuts her hands, and then cries in a basement.
Yeah.
Of PETA, and
Then
then
he walks to Then she walks to Haymitch and goes, "Bitch, I want a drink."
yeah, and then their whole conversation
It's the
is
first normal thing you've said.
I did like their I did like their training arc, and also how the book pretends like, oh, there's a chance that the Haymitch will be in the games, and anybody with half a fucking brainstem knows he'll never be in the games. It's gonna be PETA, obviously.
Well, that's the whole thing. It's like, oh, if
could be either of them.
If PETA gets picked, I'm gonna volunteer. But if I get picked, we're fucked because he's gonna volunteer.
Yeah.
Also, if you're trying to subdue someone who is causing a revolution, and the way you are manipulating your crowd is through basically reality TV, doesn't it seem like the worst thing to do to put her back on the stage to where she and PETA can manipulate?
No. Give her a voice by all means.
Give them a voice. Sure, that's going to work out.
I have a better what they actually should have done. The Capitol. Take take Katniss's family, take PETA's family, and be like, we're gonna torture them for fucking years. If you don't get up on that stage and say the rebellion is bullshit and y'all should get out of here, fuck you, and then ruin your whole.
Also, you guys are still getting married, by the way.
Yeah, she's getting married. That doesn't happen.
It is. You will consummate, and the Capitol will be watching.
Oh yeah, that's.
Back to the medieval times.
Oh, I guess they're. What is the fucking age?
Wait! No, please have President Snow walk her down the aisle, please. Oh.
You know, I did like the conversation between them two when he shows up to fucking just threaten her.
Oh yeah, when he's actually there, he's a scary, bad. He's a force, but
it actually makes sense for him to do it. It's not a stupid move either. It's him making a soft threat.
This is why I do like the movies in this way. The movies introduce President Snow in the first fucking movie, so you already know him. In the book, you get like one mention of him and he's gone. And
it's also Donald Sutherland. The guy's he brings it.
Yes,
true. But it's fun to have them scenes of like your main villain and his thought process and shit. And that's what the second movie does. When you take that out of the book, it's like, is he really the villain?
Well, you
Like
see in the
barely
movie, one is Jennifer Lawrence, the first woman to ever woman a curse. The other is Donald fucking Sutherland.
Still, but that's why I want multiple POVs. I don't know.
Hi, man. What are you doing? I'm drinking wine and eating cheese and catching some rays, you know.
That's what he was doing when Katniss walked into her house. President Snow's just kicking back.
And then
hold on, I gotta take
Katniss
this. Hold on.
cookies. He crumbles his precious cookies after that.
The poor cookies, they never deserved what they got.
And then Peeta does a sketch of her on the top of the tower, which they spend all day. They spend the entire day hanging out with
He
each
loves
other.
me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. What? I was half expecting her to start pulling the pedals.
How are they not fucking?
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, they're basically sleeping right next to each other, like cuddling so that they can stave off the nightmares. And on top of that, they are kissing constantly. I'm like, how are you all not sleeping together by this point?
Like, these are two hormonal fucking 17-year-olds.
Yes, they're teenagers on top of that.
Why? It doesn't make this is well. To be fair, that's kind of the problem with Harry Potter as well. You break it down. Anyways,
Suspension of disbelief, I guess.
Yeah, suspended up into the stratosphere.
God, I can't wait until you read the third book.
Oh, it's
So
gonna be
excited
fun.
to watch you implode.
Peter. No spoilers.
You thought my immortal was bad. Well, to
Did
be fair,
she-
that probably is worse, but
It is worse, but
Does she shoot lightning when she's happy?
well, she did. Oh, Cat. Oh, okay. Thank God you brought that up.
all right, let's talk about how they get out of the arena.
So.
Oh,
okay, one of the
yeah,
compliments I
that
did give-
BS. Okay,
The
sorry.
one compliment I did give the first book was I actually do not feel like Katniss is a girl boss.
No, I don't think she is either.
Even in this
Right.
book, I don't feel like she is.
No,
But when
I
you
don't
get
think
to the
so.
ending, it is. First of all, how did she know when to shoot the fucking arrow with the cord onto there, hit it at the same time that the lightning strike happens? By the way, she has been hit in the fucking head, probably has a concussion because she's seeing double vision and all that shit.
I'm
going to shoot the
arrow now.
Yeah, she's lifting blood. Or her fucking, what was her left or right arm? So how is she pulling on the bow with a major gas?
She's using her feet because she's flexible. She's like one of those acrobat archery girls who uses her feet to shoot a. Have you guys seen that shit?
Oh, by the
Like,
way,
just-
she just figures out that the black dude was gonna stab the fucking force field with a knife.
Oh yeah, the guy who's so smart. He knows how electricity works. I'm just gonna stab it with a
I
knife.
had no idea what PD was trying to do in that moment.
Yeah, that is a good thing to point out. I never thought of that.
I was so I was like, what do you mean? He's supposed to be this really smart, like, he's not street smart, but he knows how things work.
He's not.
You
even,
know what's going to happen here, man.
listen,
Holy
even
smokes.
PD
even
with
if you were
them when
saying
Peeta
that
got
he was gonna
electrocuted by
throw
that
it
thing.
at it, he's not athletic. So there's a chance he'll fucking miss.
Also, you notice how because he got hurt so many times, Peeta was basically useless this entire, except for like keeping her from killing everybody. He was completely useless this entire Hunger
Well,
Games.
I mean, he's missing a fucking leg for
Yeah,
one.
his leg is gone. His original.
Yeah, but
leg is
he's still a corn-fed boy, and they made him completely useless because he like drowned and then got
Killed him right at
zapped
the
and
beginning
has
of the
one
game.
leg.
Yeah, Finnick over here literally carrying the weight of the whole damn group.
He's like that picture of like All Might from My Hero Academia, like with the crowd of people on his shoulders, just like I'll carry this entire freaking sequence of the story.
Meanwhile,
I also-
Katniss's first instinct is, I want to kill this bitch.
Yeah, more than she wants to kill Joanna, by the way, who she doesn't like.
Joanna
So-
starts out. She starts out like being slutty just to taunt Katniss, and then later on, she's just kind of an asshole to everyone.
And that's when Katniss is like, you know what? I'm down with. She's fine. I'm okay with this.
So Otter, I can't actually spoil it for you, but it actually does get explained a little bit more in book 3.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I
okay.
know.
Okay, fair. I'll bite then.
They were all fucking with Katniss in the pre-games. That's why they were all messing with her. And when she got stripped nude in front of Peeta in there.
Yeah, I like the book explains that much at least, where it's like, oh yeah, like Peeta's even laughing about it. He's like, oh yeah, she's like stripping nude. They're like flirting with you just to get to you, Katniss, because
And guess what? It's working every single time.
I hope it's working because Peeta didn't take her side because she's too fucking dense to realize she's in love with this dude. Then she's like really pissed at him.
It's like the only person who doesn't know that Peeta loves Katniss most of the time is Katniss.
She
This is
was
why
really good, Brian.
I'm very opposite of Otter in this, where I'm like the first half of the book is rough for me to get through because it's just Katniss starting to sob and Capital doing stupid stuff. Once we get into the Capitol and we get Joanna and we get
the
Finnick,
pre-games.
Finnick and all the black guy and the whole thing. Yeah.
They're all great. They're all great characters.
What happened?
They're all no. I'll do you one better. They're all better characters.
Yes.
What happened to the black guy?
Should we be fighting now?
He was with that. He was supposed to be with them in the arena. I think he was, wasn't he?
Oh, was that the one Joanna was mentioning that fucking died?
I don't remember.
Speedy is the one that's the tech whiz. He's the one that comes up with the whole idea.
Yeah, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the one-armed one that kissed Katniss to fuck with her.
Yeah. Haymitch's friend.
Yeah. What happened to him?
I think he died. I think he got sacrificed, sacrificed himself at some point.
Look, a lot of tributes died in this game off screen.
Yeah, we didn't see almost any of it.
Well,
we have more people in the group. We should have seen more of it, not less.
We followed about everyone that was in the games.
One of them dies to a fucking flood, like a wave. Another
one, Brian, you're so right, dude. That's a perfect comparison.
Into pieces.
I know the monkeys. I think killed someone, and I know some of the other tributes did.
The morphling chick.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at Brian McCoppin's comment. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
It's so true, dude.
That's very accurate.
It works so well going across the line there. Yeah.
The funniest bit is I've been seeing booktubers kind of defending that writing habit for Western YA, but condemning it for like male writers. I'm like, this should be condemned on both fronts. Come on.
Wait, what are we talking about? Condemn what?
It's talking about the harem trope and like
Western YA. Like all those Japanese anime that I watched for a while.
You mean you still watch?
We've already picked a fight here tonight, Billy Bob. You want to go down that road? No.
What Western
round two?
Genre? I don't remember YAs having harems. They always have fucking love triangles.
The harem is just like that, except the boys aren't fighting over the girl.
Yeah, but it's
and there's usually way more of them.
It's fucking like 10.
Well, or quintessential quintuplets.
Oh, shut up.
Oh god.
I need to make you guys watch an episode of that show.
God. I'm gonna need a few beers and stand by for that one.
Vodka, friend. You need something stronger.
Probably.
Actually, it's not even the worst one. There's that one where the girl is just a full-on bully to the guy.
You know what? I'm gonna get some payback on you, Christian. Because Deluxe Volume 3 is the one that's gonna be on your channel.
Oh boy.
And the final 2 chapters of that book, I do have to actually talk about. Cannot skip it.
Is that the one with the king and the daughter?
No. Well, we have to talk about that as well.
Oh God.
The one.
Yeah,
with
did I tell you? Did I tell you? Like, I was visiting family. I had that book on me. I put it down on the table, and my mother of all people decided, I'm going to grab the book and put it away. She just opened it up to a random page.
Oh, no.
And it was with the dad and the daughter.
No!
Wait, no. Don't spoil it for Redoubt, because I actually want to see his fresh opinion on the king.
I'm not being explicit, man, but...
Yeah, well, we have that scene, and then we also have the scene with Guts and Casca at the end.
It couldn't have been much worse than the page that was opened up. That's what I'll say.
That was one of the worst pages she could have opened on.
in that volume.
No. It could have been the Guts and Casca. He's literally doing her from behind in every different position.
That's not as bad as a creepy old guy with this young prepubescent looking girl. Yeah,
I was gonna say it. At least the one between Guts and Casca, they're both
consensual.
They're both of age, and it is consensual.
She's gonna be wondering why, when she's doing, he's doing her from behind, that he visualizes him young self onto her, and then Donovan, a big black dude, shows up behind him.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna take a few things back. I'm okay with the relationships in this book. Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah, we're criticizing Hunger Games here. You know, maybe we should I retract some of those statements that I made.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite character in Hunger Games? Guts.
What if Guts was dropped into the Hunger Games?
He would. That's not like it's over. He wins. That's
hey,
it,
Mitch.
right?
How quickly?
Okay, fine. Top 2 favorite characters in this book.
Oh God.
Redoubt.
Oh well, I'd probably say Finnick and probably PETA. Honestly, he's just like, it's like,
you can't hate PETA, man. He's a simp, but he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
This guy. Why is he not the chosen one? Why did you choose the dysfunctional one? God damn it!
He is simp Giga Chad.
Yeah, he's both. He's just a good guy. I'm like, at one point, every time Candace is like, I don't deserve him. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
we know.
Hold up. Hey, Mitch is even saying you don't deserve him.
I know. Like, truth be told, I really actually like Haymitch as a character. He's really good.
I do.
The editor and the cover design.
I do. I will be honest. This is one of the points where the movie's better than the book. That Woody Harrelson's portrayal of Haymitch, I find far superior to
I just
depiction
picture
of
him as
Haymitch.
Woody.
Yeah, she made him a little bit too much. I like before we reread book 1. I did not remember how much of a drunk he was. I remembered him like being a drunk, but he more than once, in even book 1, like throws up and passes out drunk.
Yeah, he's pretty well just a pitiful.
That's his
drunk.
introduction in the first book.
He's very dysfunctional.
Even in book 2, it happens again. Like even after he has his sober time, he has it happen again on the train going to the Capitol.
Yeah, he just picks up wine, and then Katniss is like, "Oh shucks, I'm not going to tell," because they were watching. Oh, that's what we need to mention. All right, hold up. My 2 favorite characters are PETA and Senna, the fucking clothes dude.
PETA.
Senna's he's a good character, honestly.
I liked him.
I like Senna.
I'm sad that he fucking dies. I remember reading that in the book and being.
It was very sad. It was the saddest moment of the book for me.
Does he die or does he just get like
no?
He to death?
He got. Yeah.
Okay.
That was it for him.
Well, that sucks.
I know. Sorry, spoilers. He's not in book 3.
Oh,
He's gone.
Oh.
Favorite character for me is probably Finnick, followed by Senna. I really liked both of those characters. They're just solid people in a world that doesn't deserve either of them. So that's what I'll say.
I also like the actor who played Senna in the movie as well.
Oh,
Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah, I was gonna say Lenny. Yeah, Lenny.
Yeah. Well, as for me, I'd have to say it is Finnick and Simping Giga Chad. They are my favorites.
We all like PETA. PETA.
We all like PETA. We all agree, which means you're gonna hate Mockingjay.
Oh, fun.
Oh, bro.
Oh, I can't wait until
I'm remembering more things because we're talking about it now, and I'm going through the audiobooks for this reread for the first time, and it's something. Yeah. Honestly, the voice actress does a good job, so that's not a bit like it's like some well, you know, the talent, the narrator.
Oh, you're talking about the audiobooks.
Yeah,
the audiobooks, yeah.
Oh.
I'm like, what are you talking
about? Voice actors. I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about?
There's an animated version.
There's a demographic of female narrators out there who cannot do men voices. She can very well, more than well enough to be adequately listened to and happily listened to. So yeah, I'll make that comment, at least in regards to the audiobooks.
Beep.
Oh,
anyways,
hold up. I need to. This was basically our favorite character sounded like when we picked?
PETA.
PETA. Oh, here we go again.
Not endorsed by PETA.
Patire, sweet patire. Oh, patire, there. That's where you belong. Make me a baby, patire, she screamed. Make me another sweet little baby, oh, patire, my precious patire.
That clip is so fucking
No, listening to that in context of the book, listen to the audiobook for, I think, the third Game of Thrones book. Holy dude, I died laughing. I was in public listening to that, and I almost cried laughing. It was so freaking funny.
What are you talking about? Jennifer Lawrence is the first female AI voice to be ever AI voiced on a book.
Yeah, don't you know in Terminator when they're talking about the Skynet, it's her. It's just her.
Yeah, because she's the first.
She was the first AI.
Yeah. Jesus. You're pretty sexist, Herman.
She was the first AI to ever beat Boop.
R2D2 was like, oh yeah, it's my grandmother. When did we start that joke? I think
it's been
Billy, you've been saying that forever. Like, it's like, oh yeah, she's the first female action star, don't you know? And
I didn't start that. That was
other people.
That was Jennifer Lawrence. She was the start. She was the first. You know,
really did.
Yeah, that started back when she literally said she was the first.
When she said it, yeah, that was right.
Career defined at that moment. It's like, that's it. You're going nowhere after that.
It gives off like the same energy as the Brie Larson being like, oh, Tom Cruise wishes he was like me. I'm like,
yeah, except it actually turned out she was using fucking stuntman.
Yeah, it's like it was also just a lie too. It's
oh my God.
That being said, I'm gonna say something a little bit strange, a small weird bit of backhanded praise here. Katniss is kind of a bitch. She's kind of a bitch. She's not a very good person, and I think Jennifer Lawrence was it's a good pick for that role.
She was cast well.
She was cast appropriately. She played like she has something inherent.
Wonder, what does PETA actually see in her?
Boobs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but she doesn't have big boobs.
It's enough.
Other chicks, man.
I think he likes being rejected. Yeah. It's just like she completely ignores me. I'm in love. He's one of those
got that
guys.
rejection complex, you know.
Yeah.
Or honestly, like, truth be told, I know guys like this. Like, he made that gesture towards her and maybe saved her, and then he just continued that kind of responsibility, like that feeling, that masculine urge to protect someone, just carried on into a infectious kind of affection in terms of how he felt as he got older. I could see that, honestly.
Even though more often than not, she's just treating him like shit.
Yeah, he just found the biggest bitch who doesn't give a fuck. Except she does, and she's so retarded, especially from the first book.
And this is on top of PETA being a huge hit with everyone across the capital, across the nation, in fact.
Even in District 12, everybody, they're like, oh yeah, girls love PETA. Like,
yeah, everybody loves PETA, except
also Gale, apparently. Yeah, all the girls are into Gale.
What are you talking
and then he's
about?
like, oh yeah, all these guys love Katniss. And I'd love to think that he's just wrong. And all the guys were like,
it's just,
she's that
they
weirdo,
made a
right?
cover story that Gale was actually Katniss's cousin.
Oh yeah,
that's
I forgot about that.
That's stupid.
It's like
the book too.
It's like the freaking City of Bones, like, continue, like, it's like, hey, we're gonna have something more than a love triangle. There's gonna be there's gonna be just a touch of incest as well. Oh, did you guys ever read those bloody books?
We're going full George R.R. Martin with this.
Did you guys ever read like the City of Bones and all that jazz?
The more she shot, the more she drank.
Bro, the whole like gimmick of the like first trilogy is that she falls in love with this dude. They all hunt That like they're demon hunters and such, and they have magic and swords and all the YA stuff that I hate. But the whole thing is like we might be brother and sister, like full blooded.
Oh no! In the first Hunger Games book, you literally start out with the description that me and Gale can be considered
basically brother and sister. I know.
That's right.
I feel like they're all of these people got together before they were writing and like, what if we just let's pass around some ideas.
And so good night, Brian.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in.
The more we talk about this story, the more I could really see a crossover between this and Deliverance.
Oh no!
The Capitol's holding us, keeping our backs up and our heads down.
It could be like Beastmaster, Otter.
Oh God! Oh God!
3/4 of the movie, the main love interest is like, oh, my uncle is the king, and the main character, he's the thought to be dead son of the king. So they're actually first cousins.
Yep.
It's never addressed.
Oh wait,
It's
okay,
never
I'm
addressed. I mean, you could probably just suspend disbelief because it was a thing with royalty a lot, but still,
it's like we're just not going to talk about it. That's fine.
Yeah, we're not talking about it.
But
now,
I'm going back
if
to
we're reading something like Elric. Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
But it also like with them, it makes sense because they talk about the Meldna Banans are like
they have to keep the
they nasty
pure.
in every way.
Yes.
Like that's kind of like the whole like that's one of the reasons he doesn't really like his own people because of how decrepit, like how kind of despondent and decrepit and like how evil they kind of like all of their weird appetites.
So instead of
wait, I thought we were talking about the Melniboneans, not Katniss and Gale.
Oh yeah, that too.
So may the blood be in your favor? You know, strong bloodline.
May the blood and souls be in your favor.
It's like where do you go when you're lonely? Family reunions. What about you? Oh, jeez, dude. But no, I'm thinking about freaking that. I'm going to criticize it because we're probably never going to read it because it's even cringier than this. But the whole like City of Bones like trilogy thing. The whole thing is like the whole time you think that these two are could be brother and sister. And then later turns out it's okay because they're not brother and sister. But she also did end up making out with her full-blooded brother unknowingly. Like, fuck!
Oh,
it's like some Star Wars level incest.
Oh,
here.
it's way worse than that, dude. They play off of it. They love it.
So District 12 gets wiped out in this book.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
They blow up.
Spoilers, Otter. Doesn't go well. But don't worry, everything works out.
So instead of occupying District 12, like really occupying it before it starts, let's just blow it up. Oh, by the way.
Also, we don't need power, right?
Who needs power?
Who needs power?
Well, hold up. Redoubt. There'll be something in book 3 that kind of makes.
We just gotta fortify District 5. We just gotta fortify District 5. It'll be fine.
It'd be a shame if that hydroelectric dam stopped working.
Yeah, let's just not mention a drought, you know.
God, I can't.
Don't worry, the District 8, they have the whale oil. We're gonna make it, guys. Oh, great!
Hunger Games just becomes more dishonored by the
District 13, the one we made a pact with to leave each other alone. You know, District 13, the one that specialized in nuclear.
It'd be a shame if they were to wreck our shit.
I still can't get over that. Yeah, District 13 is our nuclear district. All right, they're rebelling. I know how we should deal with them. Blow them the fuck up.
Yeah, there's never been a time when, my brain turned off. Sorry, guys. Sorry, not sure what happened.
So wait, if they had 75 years ago, they had access to nuclear fission and everything, like knew how to do it. Why isn't there nuclear power plants instead of coal?
Yeah, Stormcrow, don't even utter Red Rising and Hunger Games in the same breath. You deserve to be bitch slapped all the way back to Puerto Rico for that one, man.
You know, this channel was initially founded to matchmake the oddest double features. So one day you may be getting.
No,
us on your
I
podcast
understand the
here.
comparison. The first book in Red Rising has an element of Hunger Games in it. After that, each book gets progressively better. Dude, don't you talk shit about my favorite fiction series. Like, how do I explain this? Like, I do enjoy book 1 and 2 of Hunger Games. They're fine. They're not my favorites. I have plenty of criticisms. Book 1 of Red Rising, it's really good. I enjoy it. Book 2 is my favorite fiction book of all time. Period.
Oh,
It
God,
does
we're
not
gonna
get better.
read this and we end up hating it. And
I know, you sexist shit.
Evidently, we're
Use
gonna
it
have to
fun.
have an argue, like a debate stream on Harry Potter's endings.
Bro, it's
It has
alright.
been. It has honestly
You're
been
just
years since
wrong.
I've read any of the Harry Potter books. It has been a good while.
As a child, I read the entire series, book 1 to book 7, 9 times.
I read
Yeah,
all
you
of the
had to
books
envision
out of
yourself
order
as Harry
completely.
3 times.
Sorry, what was that? I heard tongues.
You had to envision yourself as Harry 3 times.
I like the endings of their books. They don't want a lot of people couldn't pull it off. I thought she did. I liked the endings for those books. They had a rhythm to them, but I think they worked. And
thought
you're
they were
bloody
awful.
damn wrong, man.
were
Yeah, there
so-
were certain anticlimactic. Read book 3 and tell me it's anticlimactic.
I will. I was
You
actually blown
muggle-born
away.
mudblood son of a.
Here's the thing.
Here
I was
we go,
actually
round
blown
2.
away, and I went, "Oh, the movies actually fixed this for the most part."
Actually, the movie ending for book 6 was not better. Book six ending was better than the movie. But yeah,
Because
the
you had the
movies did do a
funeral.
lot to help with that.
Okay, when I'm talking about the ending, I'm talking about your big action part. That's the part.
I'm talking about that, dude. Book 6 was better in the book for the ending than it was in book.
No, it wasn't. It was so anticlimactic.
What are you smoking, bro? The whole the OG Battle of Hogwarts happens in book 6, and in the movie book 6, it's just like a couple of weasels running out of Hogwarts. Like, hee, we got away with it.
Water weasels, in fact.
Yeah, but you don't see that because you're all through fucking Harry's perspective, dumbass.
Yeah, but you still see parts of
you there was a big battle.
You see parts of it, and there
How
was
do you
prep
know?
stuff.
All right. Anyways, back to Hunger
He
Games.
battles a fucking snake in book 2. What do you mean anticlimax?
Anyways,
Less than 2 pages.
With a sword, no less.
Yeah, a sword. Yeah, he gets a sword and he stabs it right in the. We go from like page 1. Oh shit, the snake's chasing me. Next page. All right, the snake's dead.
He stabbed it through the.
he was not a good snake.
He was a sneaky little snake.
He did indeed step on the snake.
Sneaky snake.
Snake.
Oh.
Snape.
Oh,
Don't be a sneaky snake.
Severus
You know
Snape.
what? I was disappointed in the Jabberjay scene and that one. I was kind of
Why?
stupid.
Her breaking
this-
down like that, I thought that was a little much.
It was a
didn't think
little
that
mopey.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm like, these people have
Oh,
seen
look,
death.
Katniss had
Why would
another
you
mental
stay in that- why
breakdown.
would you
Well,
stay
no,
in the
because
scene?
Finnick also breaks down, and he like freaking curls up like a little baby girl.
Well, to be fair, his fucking like mother, wife, I don't know what the
Mm.
fuck, died.
Mother, what? Pick one. You're not picking both.
Mother,
I don't know
wife?
which one. Like it's supposed to be like a motherly, but
It's his wife. You
dies.
You are
Liz
you,
is
Billy
right.
Bob. No more talking. You're done. You've
I'm
used all
like,
your words
what's
for
going
today.
on here, guys?
You know what, Billy Bob, you make me believe in suppression of information now. Anyway,
I'm just saying.
oh, bro.
But anyways, he has a reason to break down. I mean,
He does, but I don't believe these people who have killed people in televised games are going to break down this easily. Maybe one person, maybe it gets a Katniss or Finnick in that moment, but I don't think both. I don't buy it.
To be fair, they think that at first they think that they've been tortured. It isn't until Peeta says, "Yeah, they can just take it from the interviews."
Yeah, they can. They can teach them to say whatever they want. They're mutts.
Yeah, but they're thinking
Mutations.
their family actually got tortured and shit.
So okay, for you guys in the games themselves, what was the worst or best like area in regards to like the ever changing disaster
The
wheel?
blood rain was stupid as fuck.
Oh,
It seems like
Raining
the
blood.
weakest one. It's like,
was the
oh, there's blood
mildest
everywhere.
one.
It's gross.
Oh, by the
but
way,
that's
I
it.
think one of the I forget if was it in the book? Yeah, I think it was in the book where one of the tributes dies because he's blinded by the blood rain and he runs into the force field.
That's right.
Oh no! Yeah, so yeah, they mention it. The Joanna,
Yeah,
when
they
they
don't-
spot them,
yeah.
and she's like, "Oh
Yeah,
yeah, we got."
he
the blood
panicked and
rain
ran into
started
the
and hit the fucking
force
force
field.
field and died. Maybe that was the black dude, the one-armed one. Maybe that's how he died.
I don't.
What a
I
way to
swear he was
go.
around. I just don't remember what he did. I think he did die though.
I forgot where a lot of the actual
People died.
tributes were in the games. I'm gonna be honest.
Also, wait. Can we go back? Why did they not just take control of the center and stay there? They had enough people. They could have killed everyone.
They had strength in numbers.
They and the two best fighters. Perhaps they killed one of the best fighters in the very beginning. They could have held that ground and
Well,
won.
Katniss and him killed 2 people by themselves, and Katniss
Well,
wounded
they
a dude.
can't stay in the middle because the gamekeepers they'll just start spinning the whole
Uh,
field.
Yeah, but
but at the time they didn't know that.
Yeah,
they had-
Oh, that's right. Oh,
Yeah,
Good
they had
point.
no way of knowing that would happen. That was just
but
a
here's
thing
the
they.
thing too. Why not stay on the beach?
The
They
wave.
did-
They
That's
didn't
how
know
they
about that,
talk
but
about
they.
the
Yeah.
poison mist. Oh, by the way, the poison mist is the favorite one. Here's the thing: most of the fucking game we don't see. We only know about the blood. We know about the fucking flood, the big
yeah,
giant
because
wave.
Katniss ruined it. How come, Katniss? Why did you ruin it all? You blew it all up. It was getting good, and you blew it all up.
I personally liked the monkeys. I think the monkeys would have been. They probably should have died to the monkeys, truth be told. But obviously, the game maker bullshit BS. They can control them, whatever.
Damn it, you blew it up.
Flashbacks.
Damn you all to hell.
I do.
Stupid
The way they handled her taking out the force field was stupid, but the idea behind it I thought was pretty solid actually, because they had stuff leading up to it,
Throwing a
like
knife at a
like
fucking-
showing how Haymitch during his games used the force field and
Mhm.
her
they,
like
they
them
do
kind of
build up to it.
yeah, just the way it was handled. The smart guy in the group stabbing it with a freaking knife like a moron.
Here's the thing: I don't know if he was actually going to stab it because it was supposed to be quite a bit above. But the idea of the fucking nerd throwing a goddamn dagger, stab.
That's pretty
Instead,
funny.
I don't know, making Katniss stay there. So she
This
can
idea
shoot-
is so ridiculous. It may just work.
It's so I like to think that behind the scenes Haymitch is like, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard. I think Katniss can handle it.
Oh, let's also talk about Joanna deciding. By the way, the game makers can see that the cutting out the fucking tracker. So why hit Katniss over the fucking head?
I have no clue.
It doesn't make sense. Was she counting on the action being somewhere else at that exact moment?
That was style over substance. It was there to have a dramatic twist and then another twist. But when
then
you think about it, it makes no sense.
And it's so obvious to the reader, but Katniss is just like, wonder why she didn't kill me. It's like she obviously knew I wasn't dead. And like fucking like wandering around. Where am I? I want a bow and Peter. Why are we in the games?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh, hey, I'm gonna shoot the arrow
I don't
now.
trust Phoenix. By the way, once again, all
Yo,
this could have been
Peter,
solved if
I
Haymitch
did
said,
it.
I guess
We're
I
gonna
should
try to
shoot an
break-
I
arrow.
did it!
I guess I should shoot an arrow with a wire up here.
"Oh,
It'd be a shame if this probably won't work.
That's a very nice force field you have.
Yeah, Haymitch goes, remember Katniss before the games, know who the enemy is. And then in that moment, she's fixing to shoot the goddamn arrow, the lightning arrow at Finnick and the Embargo.
Yeah. Know who the enemy is. I'm going to kill the only person who has kept this entire program together, by the way.
And then she goes, oh, and she
Carrying
thinks
it
back
on
on
his
him and then
shoulder.
decides, fuck it, I'm going to shoot it at the force field.
And she had no way of knowing that. Like she could have come to the conclusion, but she had no way of knowing that would work.
Once again, all of this could have been solved if by the way,
Told
you don't have to
her.
get full details, but just have Haymitch say, we have a plan to break you and out. Finnick, trust him. You know, you can still have even the Joanna stuff that she's
Either
not sure
that
about.
or have Haymitch just say, you know what? Katniss is kind of a lost cause. Let's go with you, PETA.
Actually, like, no, he could have, like, they could have martyred her the fuck out of Katniss and
They
had,
really
like,
could've.
PETA be the whole thing doesn't. Oh, bro, in regards to stuff like that and Katniss being the symbol of the movie, wait till the next book.
Oh.
You already heard it from Christian. She shoots down a plane with an arrow.
No, not a plane. She shoots down a fucking jet. A military missile-lined jet with a bow and arrow.
Why does the
Fuck!
Why does the image of Rey Skywalker just like what like
It's even
jumping
stupider than that.
Oh God! Then
Oh,
that
No,
is-
no, no. Oh,
About the scene-
you know what? No, F it, F it. There's
I
one
love-
other stupid weapon in the next book. They give Finnick a trident that acts like Thor's hammer. I swear to God. And deploy him as a military personnel unit. No guns! Magic trident! Okay.
Christian. To be fair, the Capitol decided to hire game makers to be the main defense in the city.
I forgot about that. Fuck!
Instead of, you know, your military force, let's have all this stupid shit game makers make.
You know what works really good for killing people at a distance? A gun? No. Trident.
That'll work.
Hey, read out what district was the mountain one?
District 2.
Don't they do fabric?
No, well, no, that's District 8's textiles, actually.
Yeah.
No, the fabric. There is a district dedicated to just fabric.
Just fabric.
What's textile?
Yeah, but there's one that's dedicated to fabric.
No,
Yes, you're right.
I'm not.
I don't think it's 2, but
I'm not.
Let me
No,
pull
2
up the
is
districts.
masonry. Oh, let's pull out the little blue book.
which one is dedicated to computer graphics?
Okay, District 2 is masonry and defense, apparently.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
What was the
Oh yeah, the masonry and defense. That's where they get most of the army. How did the capital take over? Yeah. Okay.
I thought the
Save
fucking
your
peacekeepers
energy
were
for
supposed
the
to be
next round.
capital citizens that signed up.
Bro. Makes no
This
sense.
economy makes no sense. What do capital do? What do they do? What do the citizens do in the capital?
They bullied them. They were bullies online. That's
Well,
how they.
the
That's how they.
capital eats a bunch of food, and then when they're
Oh, yeah, and
full,
then
they
drinks the
drink the
liquid and
liquid that
throws
makes them
up.
vomit, and then they keep eating.
Oh yeah, there was that scene from the.
And I read when I was a kid. I read that, and you know the first thing I thought about when I read that it was, I'm like, son of a bitch, fucking cowards, just puke on your own. You don't need a pill.
Christian said puking. I've never done that.
No, the last time I tried a food challenge. I decided it was the last time. That was a rough day. That was a rough time.
What's so great about our culture? Being anorexic, of course.
Remember, Peter's such a great guy that he can encapsulate everyone, and then fucking Katniss he's a dresser.
Oh yeah, and then PETA being the boy every time they have interviews at any time, he drops bombs, and Katniss is just like shook every fucking time.
He's like, oh, she's pregnant.
It's
That's
like,
all
oh, ba-da-da.
And evidently, the capital citizens start rioting.
Or at least protesting. I think protesting is more.
I think they were
appropriate.
straight up rioting.
No, they were full independent insurrections in this book.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, once again, Capital, you're fucking retarded. You made your own citizens discuss
hate
about
you.
during this action.
Also, like, go back to Hunger Games 1. Okay, 2 people can actually win this Hunger Games as long as they're from the same they win. Never mind, it's back to 1.
Hold up, yeah, 2 people. We're allowing 2 people to win. All right, y'all won, but you know, now it's back to 1 because we realize we can't change the rules, guys.
Sorry, guys, it's out of our hands.
Yeah.
Don't know what to tell you.
Then they
Let's
nearly
piss
both
off those
commit
citizens.
suicide. Oh wait, we can change the rules. Oh, it's fine.
Nothing shows strength like indecisiveness.
Okay,
mean
so
like when
like I
the-
said,
oh.
the pre-games was my favorite. I do like that basically, I think it's hinted that at least PETA and a couple other ones just really pissed off the game makers by PETA drawing, what's her name? Black chick.
No. She did something. What did he do?
PETA drew
He
a
drew her.
illustration of Rue on the floor, to which the game masters covered it up so nobody else can see it. Apparently, so there's just this awkward, I guess
They're out there
strip
with
of
freaking
paper
simple green
on
just
the
scrubbing
floor.
away. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Katniss grabs a dummy, ties a noose to it, and then puts Serena Kane, the fucking game master from the first Hunger Games.
And then they're like, perfect 12s across the board.
Well,
Tremendous.
there is a
but
reason to it.
Games-
There's
I
a
know.
reason to it.
Perfect 12s. We're going to put a target on your back. No issue
So
whatsoever.
vast, so huge.
Her pregnant belly was so vast, couldn't even see it. Oh, bro.
Why did PETA think that was going to work? Didn't they mention in
It
the
did
first-
kind of work,
It
man.
did kind of work.
It wasn't so much that it was going to get them out of it, but he's like, this will really piss
It
them
was
off.
to win sympathy points.
Again,
It-
this
it
man
worked.
should be the leader of the rebellion.
Or not the leader, but at least a symbol.
He should be
Oh.
kept alive.
No
Oh.
one's saying.
VIP.
Hold on, here's the thing, Christian. No one's saying for him to be the one actually fucking planning battles and shit. But he's the leader.
Also, a spoiler for next book. Is District 13 any better qualified to run civilization? Sorry, I'm not convinced.
Oh.
Otter will see when he reads.
Oh,
Book
Oh, are
3.
they dumbasses as well?
Oh my
Oh.
god, they're retarded.
bro, you don't even know. They might.
No. Well, this is going to be a fun read.
I mean,
To
they're
be
mul-
fair, it's kind of in the script of the book, but you'll see. Have you watched the movie?
Nope. Not for the third. Not for the third one, anyway. Not for Mockingjay.
Third and fourth
Read the book.
movie. They split it into two.
Yeah, they split a book that's the same size as 1 and 2 into 2 fucking 2.5 hour movies.
Because Harry Potter did it, so that means we have to
Harry
do it.
Potter actually made bloody sense to do it,
Yes,
though. There's a
those
lot of
Harry
stuff in that
Potter
last book.
actually
Had a
Those,
good
those books got
talking
pretty
point.
chonky around the end.
They,
Not
truth be
Mockingjay.
told, they probably should have done that for book 6 as well.
Yeah.
They cut a lot of
Sure,
stuff
good
out of book
talking
6.
point. The one thing I didn't like that they didn't they cut out was what's his name? Sirius Black's house elf.
He was in it.
Oh, Creature?
No. They cut out his backstory.
Yeah, they should have kept that. And
With,
they
Luna.
mishandled some of the Voldemort backstory in book 6 as well. There was a lot
They
more.
really did.
They
I
cut
remember
the
that.
crap out of that.
Yeah, but they really cut Remus's stuff. They left it in and they left it kind of the dialogue in there, but they cut the entire reasoning. So when you watch, if you only watch the movie, you have no fucking clue what this house elf is like his problem.
Yeah. He just looks like an a-hole. And
And you have no who you still they kind of just say, oh, it's Remus, Sirius's brother, and that's all you get on why the locket had RAB on the back of it. Anyways, back to Hunger Games.
Anyways,
we're definitely not talking about Berserk and Harry Potter during a Hunger Games stream.
tonight we're going to stream Hunger Games. Then we end up talking about Berserk and Harry Potter.
And Billy Bob and Kahuna
And
get in
Deliverance.
the,
To be
Billy
fair,
Bob and
I
Kahuna get in the fight of the lifetime. Our own
Listen,
personal
I
Hunger
went from
Games.
I went from reading the YA yesterday and finishing a little bit up this morning, then jumping right into fucking like dark action fantasy, like horror.
YA to Grimdark.
Yeah,
Nothing better. Tremendous
like-
grimdark.
So dark.
especially a very dark
vast.
part of the story. By the way, Otter, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're going to have to cover that.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be on your channel as well. So yeah.
Oh, fun.
Here's the thing: I get off easy on that one, Otter, because or I to be fair, you kind of deserve it because I'm covering Volume 5.
Oh, yeah. Well, all's right in the world.
But I think Christian, no, actually, I get payback because I think you're covering Deluxe Volume 7.
What's
If
in
we-
Volume 7
So,
again?
so what's the order? For Otter it was Volume 1. For you, it's Volume 2. Then I'll be Volume 3.
Mhm.
Okay. I haven't read much beyond. I think I've read part of Volume 4, but obviously not all of it.
You're
Yeah,
going to
we'll
be
have to see.
covering like the first part of one part, and then Otter's going to be covering the most fucked up parts of it in Volume 7, deluxe volume.
Yep.
It's going to be fun.
Some of the most fucked up parts are in Deluxe Volume 6.
No, the main
Absolutely.
stuff. Oh no, never mind, Christian. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I was looking ahead.
He has to cover the last part of Lost Children.
Yes,
boy.
because
The
Deluxe
horse
Volume
stuff?
6, it gets into the cult there. It gets into that scene.
In the
Oh,
church.
boy.
Yep.
Father Moscas. Anyways,
Anyways,
you got any more to say on Hunger Games? The Catching Fire?
I do not.
I give it a PETA out of 10.
PETA out of 10. PETA.
Peter. Do I need to play the clip
PETA.
again?
PETA. Oh, PETA.
Here, we're gonna play the clip one more
It's-
time.
Pita!
Oh God.
Sugoi.
PETA.
Pataya, her Aunt moaned. Oh, Pataya, Pataya,
Pita!
oh, there,
Oh,
there. That's where you belong. Make me
Make a
baby,
real woman
Pataya,
out of
she
me.
screamed. Make me another sweet little babe, oh, Pataya, my precious, Pataya.
Oh my god,
Oh,
I
it's
love
so funny, dude.
Roy
covers it
Dortress.
beautifully.
Rest in
I,
peace.
I love that this old freaking man, Roy Dotrice, while recording those books, he never holds back. He gives it 100% every time.
Did he make it to book 4 and 5? Because
I think he did. I think he was he was having some health problems by the time those came around, so there is a little bit of a dip in quality. But he's still one of the best. He's still one of the
here's the
goats.
thing, I want to get to the Samwise sex scene with Gilly. Because that's when you have the fat pink mask. I hear Roy Dortress say that.
The fat pink mask.
What part of the book is the Myrish Swamp from?
Oh, it's from book 4 as well. It's when
Okay.
Cersei's
I still haven't
acting
read book
like
4 and
Robert
5.
Baratheon. She's like envisioning herself as Robert Baratheon while fingering this chick.
Oh my god.
Yeah, what I love that in the show she never gets like fucking fat, but in the books it's like
Oh yeah,
she's
starts
gaining weight and she thinks that her seamstresses are switching the size just to fuck with her.
No, not switching the size, shrinking her dresses on purpose.
That's right.
Yeah, this bitch has been like drinking every day and eating boar. It's wondering why she's getting fat. Anyways, thoughts on Catching Fire, Otter?
Stop flaming, Kay. I give a PETA out of 10.
All right, Christian.
Out of 10, I think I'm gonna give it like a 6.6. That's what I give it.
bad.
I think that's fair. It's better than average, but not by a lot.
I'm going to give it 6 out of 10 as well. Reason being, I guess mine's a little lower than yours, Christian. Ooh. Because I really enjoyed this when I read it the first time, however long ago that was, probably about 10 years ago. And there's a lot that I have issues with now. The world building just hurts me too much. Once we get into the game mode, I can block out the stupidity and enjoy the actual goods characters and tolerate the main character.
In all seriousness, though, I'd probably give this a 5 myself. It's like average. Like certain parts of it are like well above average, but then the negatives come in and it just kind of knocks it
It balances
right back
out to
down for
just
me.
about 5 for you.
Yeah.
I think she cleaned up her writing, which does make this better than the first one, but I like the story of the first one better.
It's still an easy, very digestible read aside from the pacing and
Sorry, hold on. I just looked over at Twitter. What? I never look at trending on Twitter, but
Why?
trending number 1 is Jesus Christ, followed by John Carpenter, and then #Comicsgate.
What
What is happening on Twitter?
I don't know.
amazing.
Sean, what did you do?
So I give this like a 5.5. I think it's
A little above average. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I can't wait to get with the book 3 because I fucking hated it when I first read it. And
I anticipate giving it a 2 or a 3. That's what I anticipate.
That bad.
I want to.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I have almost all my problems with this series comes out of book 3.
Oh.
Well, here's
Yeah.
the thing, Christian. I want to see if it is as bad as I remember, because I remember certain scenes, and I remember them even as a kid being like, "This is fucking retarded."
It'd be a shame if the socially retarded person was really good at giving speeches and inspiring people all of a sudden.
Yeah, the one you want in propaganda films that has to speak.
Also, secret agents. Or sleeper
Also,
cells. That's
oh my
sleeper
God.
agents. That's more like it. More like it.
Oh, I can't wait to play that clip of PETA because it's gonna have a different context now.
Yep.
It was great.
Peter, I can't breathe.
PETA, don't choke me, PETA.
Peter!
PETA.
Oh my god.
Oh, by the way, we needed you, but now we have no use for you. By the way, get out. No context. Otter's he's a smart guy. He might be able to put it together, but
I don't know.
Take a while.
I just can't wait, man.
How do you feel about we're the good guys? Remember this, but what if your family didn't have enough food? Holy crap!
Oh, Pam, don't catch that package.
And then I saw that little duct tape. Fuck.
Oh, I'm
Jesus,
completely in the dark.
I'm dying here.
Oh my god!
All right. I think we're gonna wind down, guys.
Oh wait! No context.
Yeah.
Hashtag me too.
Oh,
See? Oh crap!
So this is part
Hashtag PETA
2.
deserved better.
Yes, it
No,
did.
not Peter.
PETA.
Oh crap!
Oh,
I'm
that just
trying to
makes
get
me
out
want to
of
read
here
book
some of
3.
my sanity. I'm gonna try to get out of here some of my sanity. I don't know where everybody else's is. So thank you all for tuning in. Before you depart, if you have not done so already, if you like watching the Kahuna and the Mogwai fight it out over sparkly sticks and snakes, hit the thumbs up below this video.
Smash the like button for PETA. PETA.
Hey guys, hit that like button and don't forget to ring that notification bell.
Yeah, I gotta get more active with this side of things. But hey, we finally got a live stream on here, so there'll definitely be more of this coming in the future. I finally got this jerry rig together.
You did it!
I did it! I did the thing!
Touch. Don't touch.
Well,
don't just touch the butt. Give it a
I'm gonna
squeeze.
I'm gonna go for our panel, and we're gonna start with the Lord Otter. The Lord Otter, where can they find you?
That's right. You can find me on Downstream Pulp. That is my Substack blog where I give reviews, short stories, and the odd opinion piece every now and again. I also have my debut novella, Steel and Stormbright, The Curse of the Star Raids, out on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. That's where you can find all of my stuff.
All right, Christian.
Anyway. Yeah, in regards to Lord Otter's book, I'd rate it much, much higher than this book. Not saying much, but it's a good book. Check it out.
But it could have
You
used
can
guitar.
You can
You
can find me at the Ultimate Kahuna on Twix and on YouTube. I do all sorts of things. I have a lot of gaming streams coming up. Part two of Anime Judgment stream. Iron Age Legends episode 4 just came out yesterday, and I look forward to seeing you there, man. It's going to be a good time.
When are we doing that?
Just an update. PETA is going to be in book 2 now. That's a fact.
In your book?
Yes.
Yes!
This man deserves better.
I knew that Steel would finally steal the heart of someone worth it.
You mean Storm?
Oh, Jesus. Anyway.
Still the straight one, okay?
I'm not convinced.
He banged a princess. His brother is literally refused to
I got zappy zappies.
I mean, mommy or whatever the fuck, you know?
Hey boys,
Because
you
he
don't like
banged a
electricity?
princess doesn't mean he's straight. Come on.
Sure.
He just wanted
Are
the
you saying
experience.
she was
He just
tomboyish?
wanted to level up.
Yeah. You saying she was tomboyish, Otter?
She had the
Are you
cast
saying
look.
he had a
He's
Griffith?
like, you wouldn't believe my swordplay. She's like, you wouldn't believe mine. Anyway, yeah,
Really?
read Otter's book.
Anyways,
Where can we find you, Billy?
You can find me on Only Gremlins on You can also find me on my channel, BillyBobSac, in which March the 15th on 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll be doing Berserk Deluxe Volume 2 stream with Christian, Otter, Redoubt, Frederick, and Stormcrow.
Yay. Well, if you want to listen to me talk about nonfiction and how do I follow this up?
You guys want to talk about? Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Do you want to talk about normal things?
What Redoubt is telling y'all guys, he's gonna make a not an autobiography. What's the other one?
Biography?
Biography.
Yeah, the biography of Peter. You know, his life, his accomplishments, the fucking bitch he ends up with.
Anyway, he talks about history, guys, and it's pretty legit. Go check him out.
Yeah, you can go over and check me out at the Redoubt Productions. And if you want more outrageous content like this stream has been, be sure to subscribe to the Heterochrome podcast. I hope to have more pop culture related content coming up really soon on this channel. More streams coming in the near future. We're getting organized. We're getting books piled up. We have to read those books, of course, and hopefully we can talk about them all in the future.
Only
Well-
the best of the best, like the Fourth Wing.
Why are we talking about Catching Fire then?
Yeah,
Fourth
Christian.
Wing is clearly better. Kahuna can
Fourth-
attest.
Oh, dude, I'm
You
dying. I
really
die on
want
the
us to
inside.
read? Are we gonna have to read fucking? We're gonna have to do that in like a couple months. I'm not rushing that one.
I'm not.
No rush.
No
That's
rush on that. You can't rush art, Billy.
They
Listen
want
here,
to
I got
share.
notes. To take
Mission
on the
accomplished.
Volume 2 for our stream.
Mission accomplished. You think they're gonna whine to their mommies and daddies? Well, you're wrong. Every year, a third of you will die.
Oh my god.
A wet stain appeared on his pants.
What? No. No.
Fuck. What the hell just fell?
To my knowledge, though, that's only the beginning of the cringe.
Yeah, Readout's just so happy this isn't on his main channel.
Oh,
What did you knock over?
my fucking thermos, big metal
Oh.
thermos. I'm missing the one my ex-wife gave me. One of the only things she gave me that I actually like besides my kids.
Oh,
well.
man, I can't wait until you get to Millennium Falcon. Then you'll understand that joke with the DACA and your wife.
I'm concerned. I'm concerned. Rita, you're Rita. How much of Berserk have you read?
What you heard me talk about.
Okay, so I'm even ahead of you, I think. So yeah, you got some surprises upcoming, and I have even more, I think.
He just knows how Deluxe Volume 2 is going to start.
I've been informed. I'm gonna be traumatized. Look at that.
God.
You can't see it, audience, but there's a nice dog staring at me on a shirt. You know, I think it's time to end the stream. I think it's time to leave. Say goodbye to the crowd, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye